How is everyone doing? Welcome to Montez at Midday. I'm your boy, Dre Montez. Let's high five. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. Hope everyone had a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving weekend. Everything back to normal. Did you know today was Monday? Because a lot of people have trouble remembering what days of the week it is during a big holiday break or whatever. But I'm glad we're all back. We're all doing fine. Keep practicing social distancing. Keep up the safety precautions. Keep that up as we learned over the weekend. Not everybody is taking that seriously, but we are definitely taking it seriously. All right, I host a podcast called Who's to Blame. You can find it throughout my social media platforms on Facebook, Who's to Blame. We have a page, Instagram, Who's to Blame, the podcast, and Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. The latest episode is up, episode 445. It is up. You can check it out, listen to it. A little recap of what we talked about. I've been hearing throughout my daily conversations with friends, family, members, watching sports and television. This has come up like to be a big ordeal. Trust. So I broke down a definition of trust. It's firm belief in the character, strength, or truth of someone or something. So I broke that down and using it in today's terms, your everyday life, your goals, your process. When you're watching sports and entertainment, the word trust has been coming up big time, especially in the sports world. You know, if the guy doesn't trust his coaches, if the coaches doesn't trust the player, back doesn't trust his players, just like what we saw in the NBA playoffs and NBA finals. That trust is a big thing. And as we've learned from people around us, we learned what trust was during the beginning of the pandemic. Relationship status could be in now or wasn't at that time. That word trust has played a big ordeal. Also, I talked about, can you really be yourself? You hear that times too when people phrase it, just be yourself. What does that really mean to be yourself? I broke that down because I'm watching a lot of programs where it's focused on after you're done playing sports, when you're not in front of the people anymore, when that one shining moment is done. I mean, you're still living, but being yourself. A lot of people run into that issue right there. And also doing what's best for you. Whether your job, your career, your mission path you're on right now, or you doing what's best for you. So we talked about that on episode 445 of Who's to Blame. Give it a listen, and thank you for all of that. Also, we got some great news to share with everyone. Over 50% done, but we're close to completion of the web. And what I mean by that, we have everything under one umbrella. The podcasting, Montez at Midday, and all of my sponsors or event, anything coming up will all be up under this one website domain. And I'm happy to say that we're getting really, really close to completion. So again, shout out and appreciation to all my sponsors that have been there from the beginning, that are with us now. I thank you much. And I hope, that they appreciate what we're doing behind the scenes of getting this website together, getting all the pieces and the ducks in a row. Because the most frustrating thing that I have been dealing with since I left my days of talk radio is how can people listen to your show? And the majority of people are not very smartphone savvy, not very internet savvy. So I'm trying to find the best way to get my show to people like that. And a lot of people know how to go to the .com. So this is going to cover all the bases on that, but we still will be on the podcasting platforms that are applicable to the show. The SoundCloud, the Anchor, the Podbean, the Google Play, iTunes, and Spotify. Still going to be there. And we're still going to have our social media presence. But we're going to have this website. And this is going to give us the ability to do more with content, to do more for the sponsors, and to do more for the listeners out there. So I'm looking forward to that. And thank you again, Jenna Sequoia, for all of her right there. All right. How did everyone go? Happy birthday. Isn't this what Sagittarius season for what I'm telling by social media standards? It's Sagittarius time. That means y'all about to wreck some shit, apparently. according to what I've been seeing throughout my social media feed. Speaking of eating, Thanksgiving was pretty cool. I didn't see my 5,000 relatives in 3 different houses this year. I miss going to some places, my cousin Darren and Renee house, my G-mom, my Aunt Anna. I miss going to my dad's. I went to one house, kept it simple and to the point, and got a chance to hang out with my grandson, Jason, who just celebrated his first birthday. So happy birthday to my grandson, Jason, right there. That on out the way. Thanksgiving was different all across the board, as we can tell by what people were sharing, what they did do, what didn't do, and by watching the damn news and following sports. But I had an action-packed sports day for college football. As a Florida football Gator fan, we took on the Kentucky Wildcats, and we did win the game. But throughout college football over the weekend, I just noticed, I think everyone won that should have fucking won. Teams that lost should have fucking lost. But this Heisman Trophy thing is going to be one of the most confusing, wildest debates ever. Should the Heisman Trophy go to a guaranteed top 5 pick, or should it go to the best collegiate player? That's going to be a huge debate. It's not our fault that Clemson for a week. It's not our fault that quarterback went down with the COVID, as we know what that meant for NFL teams when you have no quarterback. We'll get to that in a minute. And also, it's not our fault that the Ohio State played that poorly against Indiana. So Nebraska is looking very promising to be the Heisman Trophy winner, unless something ungodly, unwildly, unforeseeable happens, as this is 2020. So there's no telling what could happen when it comes to college football. But my Florida football Gators, they took care of business. They put it down. But I want to talk about the young man that's 5'5" in college football. 492 yards of total offense, rushing yards, and 8 touchdowns. That's like video game shit. When you playing next to your friend, remember back in the day you played video game with a friend, that's when he's going to throw your controller and leave your house type stats putting up right there. That is video game-esque right there being brought up. That flat out, hands down, hands down. The crowds that have been showing up to these games, you guys have been keeping it energetic and keeping the love of college football out there. Yes, we have. And then behind all that, college basketball started last week. I got a footnote right here. Footnote. You know, Travis Ford is my dude. Coach and SLU, St. Louis U, Billikens, the college. That's my guy. They beat LSU. SLU beat LSU in basketball, not soccer, not badminton, not swimming, but college basketball. This is truly, I believe, going to be a team that he actually recruited and put together, and we're going to see the whole process of this. But there's that word we talked about, trust. We're going to really see if they're trusting in my man Travis over at SLU. Saturday brought on some things as well at nighttime that was very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. I'm talking about boxing. I'm a Mike Tyson fanatic. He was boxing. The things that happened to Mike Tyson in his personal life is a story that no one would possibly believe unless you read about it or you know about it. Can't say you can be Mike Tyson. But everything that he went through is just, wow. From Casamato passing away up to losing a kid. I mean, that and to still have the mindset to be where he's at. But to this boxing thing, I was not going to pay $59.99 to watch 2 old men fight. No. I watched the 2 oldest members of the man cave race each other for free. So I'm not going to. I know what they did in the past were great, Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson. But for some reason, we can't let athletes go. Still talk about Michael Jordan. Still talk about him like he played last week. We can't let the fascination go on what they did because we didn't enough when they were playing. If we would have appreciated enough, most of the events and conversations and debates about players who haven't played in 20 fucking years would stop. I'm done with the debates trying to compare Michael Jordan to anybody in today's time. It's over with. It's a wrap. I'm trying to compare Emmitt Smith to today's running back. That's over with. It's a wrap. We have to let it go and move forward. I have let go of Mike Tyson. I've let it go. I've let it go. Nate Robinson. Nate, get up. Nate, he's still out. He's still out. Listen, there are certain things a lot of people can do simultaneously. There are certain things people can do well at both things. They can multitask. Athletes, for some reason, think they can rap via a professional athlete. Rappers think they can act and steal sales. You may have a two-sport athlete here and there, the Brian Jordans, the Deion Sanders, and the Bo Jacksons of the world, and things like that. We're not going to see that no more due to the fact there's too much money on the line. You are a commodity. You are something we're gambling on. We're not gambling on you playing this and that sport well. We're gambling on you doing this one primary sport well. So those days over with. They were fun to see that whole process and see these guys be two-sport athletes and compete at a very high level. But I think those days over with. I don't know what got into Nate Robinson. Maybe Uncle Drew needs to make another movie to keep this man busy, but we're always questioning what athletes are doing when they ain't no more. Whether they're playing pickup basketball at Run and Shoot and out in LA or Vegas, they're still trying to keep their craft in and keep it going. They compete on an intramural level if you still want to compete and play basketball. But to go from basketball to boxing, for the statue, the size of Nate Robinson, and seeing Nate Robinson play basketball. I know he played football in college as well as basketball, a two-sport athlete there. But now you're trying to pull off a whole different idea and criteria. And then the man you were fighting was a boxer. And it didn't go well. Try to explain this to the man cave president. For some reason, he has in his mind he can beat Ronda Rousey because he's a man. And no woman gonna beat a man. Okay, but you have no UFC experience, boxing experience other than with family members in your neighborhood fights, but no actual professional fighting technique. There's no way possible you can beat Ronda Rousey. And Nate Robinson ruined a lot of dreams of people that might want to try something they know damn well that's going to be the end. Nate, I'm talking about you. Get up. That's going to be the end result. Out cold, lights out. It's just how the world happens sometimes. But hey, I'm not going to applaud him and say, nice try. No. I'm like James Harrison with his kids. If my kids didn't deserve a trophy, you're not getting one. Ain't nobody getting a participation trophy. This is not just play boxing, play fighting as you did in the hood back in the day. That was real punches being thrown, no headgear. Think about that. Let that sink in for a moment. Now to the most frustrating news of the day. Oh boy, here we go. The NFL and the whole coronavirus approach. We saw what Major League Baseball went through. We saw what the NHL went through. We saw what the fuck Canada did. We saw what the NBA did. Bubble, no bubble, too many people. How do we coordinate this thing, keep the fans away? But the players are still going to be the players. Okay. How much responsibility does the NFL player think they should have? I'm not seeing no responsibility. I'm not seeing no one that's thinking of what their grandparents told them when they were younger. Your responsibilities and your actions could cause a lot of detriment to the team, of the family, of the company. Right there. Conduct detrimental to the team. So we know the civilian world, the non-sports fans, appearing work or hustle or whatever how you put it. We know them motherfuckers not wearing a mask. We don't care about them. But when it comes to rooting for your team, you expect someone to have a little bit of fucking intelligence out there. As a Denver fan, I saw no intelligence. No secret that I don't like Drew Lock at all. Didn't like him in college, high school, on my day off, trying to dance with his fine mama. Don't care for the dude at all. We got Rippin and we got Blake Bortles as quarterback. All these motherfuckers had to coach. So on Saturday, Denver tried to put in paperwork to get our special team coordinator, who we got from University of Central Florida, who was a quarterback in college, to get in to be our quarterback on Sunday. NFL said no. Then Denver tried to get the game moved to today because one or two of the quarterbacks will be cleared today to play. Does anybody have a problem with 2 football games on a Monday? Okay. The league said no. Okay. So now we signed a wide receiver from the practice squad who was a quarterback in college at Vandy. Wasn't that big of a deal because we'd all known about the son bitch. Get him to play quarterback. 1 for 9. That's what you get. See, to me, the quarterback is the most important person on a football team. You're the guy, you're the leader. We look for you for leadership, advice, guidance, words of wisdom. Show us the way to do this. I haven't seen that with nobody on Denver. And Drew Lock, who refused to wear a mask, won't wear a mask. John Elway, get rid of him. Don't need him. Don't need him. Gotta go. Hit the road, Drew. Hit the road. Don't need him. You're the quarterback. There was no leadership responsibility on the Denver Broncos during this whole situation. None. The NFL is not going to bail you out if you're not doing the protocol and the policies, procedures that would lay it forth for all the teams to run by. Tennessee Titans got in trouble. The Raiders got fined. It took it from somebody. This shit is not a game. But these quarterbacks think it is a game. I was so disgusted being a Denver Bronco fan yesterday. I was so hurt being a Denver Bronco fan yesterday. It's like my team doesn't care. I've said this many a times. Not one professional organization knows my name, know that I buy their memorabilia, their paraphernalia, don their colors. Not none. Kentucky doesn't know me. The Cardinals don't know me. The Broncos don't know me. The Lakers don't know me. The Kentucky Wildcats don't know me. LSU baseball team, Hawaii baseball team, Tennessee women basketball team don't know me. But I expect them to do the right thing. And my team didn't do the right thing. Speaking of doing the right thing, NFL refs, how do you feel on Mondays? Please, we got to talk about these hits on the quack that are done so fast, game speed time. It's okay to say you made a mistake. Well, he didn't hit him in the face. My bad. Take that as a do-over. I'm seeing calls made that there's no way. There's no way you feel comfortable waking up Monday morning, realize what Sunday was okay. I'm not saying get a damn call right. No, I don't want perfection. I want you to do your job. And the job is not being done. There are way too many cameras in the NFL and Major League Baseball for these two specific leagues to fuck up so much. It's mind-boggling to me how these two leagues mess up at the wrong damn time. Point. The Arizona Cardinals played the New England Football Patriots yesterday. Somebody, please tell me how in the hell did New England win that game and Cam Newton threw the ball of 89 yards? Yeah, that Cam Newton. Cam Newton at college. Cam Newton that went to JUCO. Cam Newton that went to Duke. Cam Newton that went to Auburn. Cam Newton that went to Carolina. That Cam Newton. How? What you say? He was running out of bounds and they called a personal foul because it was a hit. Was that a hit to the head? No. I feel sorry for Kyler Murray. When you do your job, but you still getting reprimanded. Well, I did what I was supposed to do. We had that game won. I don't know how in the hell. Why does the league still bail out the New England Patriots? Why? That was some bad officiating yesterday. Really, really bad officiating yesterday. How the Rams doing this morning? How the Rams game? How did the Rams lose this game? It's because of the female defensive coordinator. Okay, Internet. I see how. And I think the story everyone's probably tired of hearing about. I know I am. Patrick Mahomes and T12, terrific time matchup yesterday. Who's to blame on that? Was it T12's fault? Did Mahomes do enough to win the game? Or if there was 5 more minutes left in that game, would Kansas City have won the game? I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play the what factor. I want to play the what did happen factor. What did happen in the game is T12, he has dancing, tapping feet. At 43, who wants to get hit? Nobody. Nobody wants to get hit at 43. There's no, what, kids? Trust in the receivers. There's no trust. None. That terrific time is a difficult problem. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense showed up yesterday. They did what they were supposed to do. The offensive side of the ball be looking slower. Maybe he needs to get on social media and threaten somebody. No, don't do that. Don't listen to me, AB. But I'm not seeing that burst. I'm not seeing that want and need to be a playmaker as I was seeing before. Because right now, D-Hop and Devontae Adams are doing their thing, and Tyreek Hill, they doing their thing. Playmakers. Game changers. Put the ball in their hands and let's win the game. It's not happening across the board. It's not happening at all. Explain to me what happened with the Raiders and the Falcons, please. How in the living life of fuck did the Falcons put up that many points against the Raiders? I'm with you, John Gruden. Apologize to the fans. Yeah. I'm to the point I can't even watch the Denver Bronco press conference anymore because it sounds really thoughtful bullshit to me. You're not improving. You're not working on this. The only thing Denver has done right to me this year is third down. That's it. On defense, they're the best team ever on third down and stop. But the rest, we all see on Monday Morning Quarterback, we all see the highlights when teams win on what they've been doing to prepare for the win, what they do after the win during the week. We all see that. They have the team day off. They're having fun watching game film. I want to watch game film with the Jaguars, with the Cowboys, the Broncos, Arizona Cardinals. I want to watch game film. Fuck autograph. I don't want no box seats. I don't want to meet you. I want to be in there while you're trying to learn a job better. Because it's not happening at all. It's like week after week, teams are getting worse. How in the hell is that possible? How do you get worse each week, but you still get that money? I tell you what, don't let me be the NFL commissioner. Be no damn kickers getting on no bus or no plane. You had one damn job. I think the funniest thing we laughed about over the weekend at the Man Cave was a kicker stretching after a supposed injury. What the hell? You're the kicker. You better be saving anybody on the team. If you're an NFL kicker and you can't make a 54-yard field goal, I don't need you. Bye. There's no need for this foolishness no more. There's no way this league is this old and we're still trying to figure the things out that should have been figured out a long time ago. Where is Vince Lombardi's ghost when I need him? Goodness, man. It is to the point, I'm going to call Denver. I'm going to leave a voicemail somewhere. This is unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable. And we passes early in the year from CeeDee Lamb, DeAndre Swift, Leonard Fournette. Everybody got the yips all of a sudden. Nobody can catch the damn ball. Have you seen the NFL contracts of these guys that are dropping the ball? Patrick Mahomes had a 95-yard touchdown yesterday, but the receiver dropped the ball. How? Was it the lights? Did a gnat get in your face? I want to hear. They have gloves to help you. How much more can we simplify the game for you to do your job better? And speaking of doing your job better, when you're watching these, whether it's from collegiate level or the professional level, sometimes they share with you stories about what these guys have been through to get where they're at. Today's college athlete, these kids have been through a life of hell at home. At home. I heard a story yesterday. I wish I knew this young man's name. The typical path to get to the NFL, a lot of people don't follow that path anymore. They go to other places, collegiate level, to get to the NFL. There's a young man playing the NFL that played in fucking Germany. A brother. Germany before playing in the NFL to get to the NFL. That's starting on a team. I wish that click into these first round busts out there. Yeah, you guys that are not doing your damn job. You got to get better each and every year. And the only way to do that is what, kids? Work on your craft. I see it each and every week. Guys who were not getting any rep, no plays, are now getting on the field because they've been working on their craft, working at their job, learning how to play the position well. And others are relying on their name or the past, shit they used to could do. What about now? What are you doing now? I understand age has a lot to do with the deterioration in you doing your craft well, but God damn it, please. What I'm seeing is just, I'm believing more in the fourth round pick and beyond now. I don't believe in the first and third round no more, first and 3 round. No, I don't believe in you. You don't have no work ethic in you. You had life too easy. Everybody gave you everything. Here's something I'm going to tell you. Everybody on every NFL team has been an All-American at one point. Everybody on that team has been the man in their hometown at one point in time. Keep that in mind. Everybody on that field in the NFL that core band has their name in a high school gym somewhere. Keep that in mind. When you get to the show, man, work your ass off. Don't stop. Don't stop. And I see a lot of these guys that are just settling, doing what young people tell you. Just get your money, man. Just get your damn money. I swear to God. I wish they didn't pay the athletes after the damn season was over with. Then let's see who's going to work harder, huh? They're not doing it. Great job on Green Bay and right between the trenches last night. Sorry about the Bears, Shane. Sorry about that. Really sorry for the team back there. Really am. Derrick Henry. He is not from this planet or earth. There's no way a man that big, that strong, runs that fast and understands his role. Understands his role and how his team. Him and Chubb with Cleveland are doing their thing. I can't believe that the Cleveland Browns have 8 wins and we're not even to December yet. Whoa! Who saw that coming? Not me at all. I didn't see that coming at all. At all. Not one bit. And I dare somebody to say, oh, I saw that come all the way. I didn't see what Detroit, Michigan over the weekend happened. Man. Harbaugh can't beat nobody. Then Detroit Lions fire the GM and the head coach. But we saw that coming. Hope is on the way for Detroit in sports. Michigan in sports. You're a Michigan football coach. As Bo Schembechler said, beat Ohio State, beat Michigan State, and beat Penn State. You got one job. Harbaugh can't do it. What must happen, kids? He must go. He must go. Hey, it's not easy being a collegiate football coach at a high Power 5 school, at a high power caliber school known for football or known for their prospective sport that you're coaching, and you're not winning, you're not going to be there long at all. Not at all. It's just, that's how the ball bounces sometimes. But I never thought that Harbaugh would do that bad going back to his alma mater, considering what he did in college as a quarterback, considering what he did in the NFL as a player, considering what he did as an NFL head coach. All that shit went out the window as a college football. Well, I guess time will tell. Time will tell. Entertainment-wise, did anyone see the BET Soul Train Awards last night? What I got out of it with Pam and Gina hosting it and some of the musical acts out there, again, we can't let people go, can we? Smokey Robinson was performing. What the fuck? With Uncle Charlie. Why? Why? Let it go, people. Let it go. Just enjoy their CDs at home, their 8-tracks, their cassette tapes, their albums. But on these TV shows, no. I've had enough. Part of the best thing I got the Soul Train Awards on BET was listening to the Man Cave president and Preacher Man Dad talk about the things they would do to these women who were back in the day. Some still kind of had it with it. The things they said they would do with Shantae. Oh my God, that lady's 53 years old. Oh man, but I know, man, I'd kill that back in the day. What? But here's the one thing I did like what they did. And I kind of want to do this. I did something on Thanksgiving Eve, Swanksgiving. Usually that's the biggest party night of the year. That's when the sluts come out and play. But due to coronavirus, none of that went down. So we did something through YouTube and Zoom with some music and some dancing and some drinks and just some interesting people on the show. Well, after BET Soul Train Awards, they did this show called Pass the Mic. That was probably the best thing ever. There were people on that shit too, but it was still fun. It's George Clinton was. Young people don't know how to perform. That's a lot of these acts have no stage presence. They're scared. Their lip syncing skills are horrible. So I get why they got to go to the old people that really know how to do this shit. But they did a great job of Pass the Mic, and it kind of brought up something I kind of want to do a little bit with this ugly sweater event we want to do on December 28th. Stay tuned for more details about it coming. Music, then a couple of comedy skits, a magician. I got to reach out to my man Keith Joseph out there, the master magician of the world. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I did get a kick out of Pass the Mic. I did the BET Soul Train Awards a high C+. C+. It's because it's just too many damn old people. I'm not paying for that shit. And Pass the Mic, it was old people, but they knew how to perform. They knew how to perform. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. It's like going to a Little League baseball game, but you see senior citizens out there playing. I didn't know. I'm not watching this shit. No, not at all. Not at all. But it was comical, and I got a chance to laugh a lot. Nate, get up. Nate Robinson's still out cold, y'all. He's still out cold. Hey, but we still have football tonight. We got football tomorrow. I may be reaching. I may be begging. I may be going too far with this whole coronavirus, the postponement of games when it comes to the NFL. What is considered an outbreak? Because I said this before, that Ravens-Steelers matchup was not an outbreak. It was only 5 fucking people. The Raiders had 11 people. Did the Raiders play? Yeah, they played. Okay. Gotcha. The Denver Broncos had not one quarterback. Not one. Practice squad. That boy did horrible. And if you're a friend of his or you know him, you can't say, man, you did your thing out there. No, he didn't. That was awful. 1 for 9. 1 for 9. He's played quarterback before, but all that went out the window when he said hike. Went out the window. No, yeah, I understand you got $38,000 pay raise, but that's not the point. If we just doing jobs for money, I don't want to watch sports no more. If you just doing it for the money and not to have talent and to get better at your position and your job, no deal. No, you're not applying yourself. Didn't they tell you that in school? You're not applying yourself, son. If you're just going to show up in my classroom, not raise your hand, not turn in your work and not do the work, get out. Didn't they tell you that in school? Well, that's what's going on right now in sports. There's a whole lot of people just collecting money. A whole lot of people got a diploma hanging up. They ain't earned it. They just went in and went out. Didn't do a damn thing while they were there. And that is being shown now because these kids are so caught up in, man, you better get your money. You better get your money. To do what? To get the money and do what? You got to have the money. You got to have some train of thought on what to do with it. You have no business sense at all, no marketing skills, no idea what R means, return on investment. No. But you want them to get money. Today's youth, lost beyond lost. Today's athlete, 25 and under, lost beyond lost. The people that are getting it going, they're about to be on exit stage left. And what we have coming in is a bunch of lazy, ungrateful athletes. And I'm taking a stand. I'm not putting up with this. No. You don't want to wear a mask? Don't play football. If you don't want to go in the bubble, don't play basketball or baseball. Don't do it because you're an embarrassment to the team. Why should I spend $32.99 on a fucking hat? Why should I pay $129.99 for a jersey with your number on it and name if you're not going to do your job? Explain that to me. I'm not getting no money back. There's only 2 times a year we get a discount on sports equipment. The beginning of the season and Cyber Monday. That's it. That's it. The rest of the time we play full price. Am I getting full value of entertainment from you? No, not at all. Be sure to check out my latest episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast, episode 445. It is up. We talk about trust, what it means to you, what the definition of trust is, and is it being applied in your current situation? Everybody talk about trust. Trust in them, trust in the process. You trust this relationship. You trust my judgment. Look at these athletes. I don't think they know what trust means. I don't think they know what commitment means, leadership. There's a handful. There's a handful. But get it at all. So some great NFL throws yesterday. So some great collegiate plays being made over the weekend, but nothing really, really stand out to me. It's like, hey, this guy is going to be something right here. But this football, as we're getting closer and closer, we're 10 weeks away from the Super Bowl. A lot of people think there's going to be Kansas City and Tampa Bay. I don't know. I have questions. I have a lot of questions. A lot of people thinking Kansas City is about to run the table for the next 6 years, that they are the next New England football Patriots. I'm not buying into that. I don't see that. The game is changing and improving here. What you did last year is not going to work this year, Lamar Jackson. You must improve and get better each and every year. That's the bottom line. That is the bottom line, to improve each and every year to the best of your ability. You can't get faster every year, but you can learn how to utilize your speed and your attributes to help you do your job well. And can we let the playmakers start making plays? If you're not a playmaker, you're not ready for this. You're not ready. It's like dating a bartender. You have to be ready for that. It's like dating a stripper. You have to be ready for that life, or bad things will happen to you. Bottom line. What'd that get you? Well, tomorrow my funny show comes on, Big Sky. If you didn't hear what happened last weekend, you can get caught up on Big Sky because I'm going to talk about it on Wednesday. We're going to talk about it on Wednesday. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Montez at Midday. And the website is almost done. I can't wait. I'm excited. It looks good. It fits me. And it fits the sponsors. Everyone's going to have their own link. So you better just go right there. Boom, 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 boom. Again, thank you to Jenny Sequoia. And you guys have a great day. And most importantly, appreciate the details of the day. Peace.